Alright, so today is literally, maybe, probably the biggest shoot of my life. It's a corporate job, but it is still real big given the context of what I do. So, I'm going to take you guys along for the ride, and we'll kind of maybe see some of the behind the scenes. And we got to go because it's 5:30 in the morning, and I don't want to be late because punctuality, that's a thing. So, we'll talk to you very, 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 very shortly. Alright, we got gear. Oh man, that was the worst thing that could have happened. Thank God that focus, the camera was in my camera bag, or in my hand. So, yeah, that's fine. There's all the gear. 4 C-stands, 2 A7 threes, sandbags. Yeah, there's a lot of things happening here. So let's go into the studio and start setting up. Alright, here we go. Where's light? There's light. Alright. Yeah. ISO up to 1250. This could work. Alright, here we go. So, like I said earlier, autofocus on, water bottle. Most important thing, A7 III, Godox 8600, small monitor, small HD rather, my camera bag that holds this guy. Where are you? Focus. There we go. Okay. Background stand number 1, sandbags, tripod, C-stands, but the studio comes with C-stands, so I have a story about that in just a second. Ronin S, background stand number 2, Westcott thing that directs light, softbox, that's it, and the aperture big dome, light dome thing. So yeah, we have a lot of toys, and now I would like to talk about, are we at 16? Yeah, we're at 16. I'd like to talk about something. Story time. It's story time. Alright, so story time. This shoot that we're doing is a more of a corporate thing, and for a friend of mine who we met in college, and he's super cool, and we're really excited to do everything. We're gonna do it in his office and all that, and we're getting ready, we're loading stuff in, and all of a sudden, a security guard comes up and he's like, "Hey, what are you doing?" I'm like, "Hey, we're loading up gear." And he's like, "No, you can't do that." I'm like, "Why?" "Because it's Irvine. The Irvine company owns everything in Irvine. So even within a building, when we're not even showcasing any of the building at all, even these specific shots are very stylized, you're not allowed to do that." So we're at this studio now because the Irvine company was like, "No, you can't do that, even if just no cameras." So moral of the story here is that when you are doing some video stuff, make sure you look into permits, because some areas you might not be able to film because just other people want a piece of that pie. So yeah, that's my story time. Basically, the Irvine company saw me loading up C-stands. That's it. It was just C-stands, no cameras, no lights. It was just C-stands, and they were like, "No, don't do that." And I'm like, thank goodness the studio was open. Like, literally messaged him 12 hours ago, less than that, and now we're here. So that's my story. All right, so what's going on today? We are doing a interview of 2 professors from UCLA, and what we're doing is trying to get this dark, moody aesthetic look, basically a pitch black background, and then have them just talk about what they do for their job. And yeah, I think it'll be fun, and I like that dark, moody look, so it'll be cool. And hey, dark, moody photographer outfit, all black, it works. All right, no one's here yet. I'm here about an hour and a half early,
and I think I'm gonna go start setting up.
What I like about this studio, though, really quick, is you got this string, and it goes all the way up, all the way up to, like, what's that? That's gonna be a problem. That's definitely gonna be a problem for shooting a black background. But if you pull the string and you look up there, getting rid of light. There we go. That should be good. Alright, we'll turn those off later, and then, yeah, time to build a set. Alright, so, dumping footage, Stranger Things, and I'm not wearing a shirt, so let me fix that. Alright, we're back. So, what did we do today? We got a lot done. So basically, the goal of the project was to get a pitch black background behind the actors. And so there were a lot of things that we ran into. So one of the things I want to talk about is I guess the imperfections of video and how it's a good experience to problem solve through them, and how to stay cool during those stressful things that happen. So a couple of tips. First tip, keep your cool. So one of the things that I always struggled with starting out is most of the time I'm like, what is going on? And then I would panic, and then that would make everyone else panic around me, and then nothing would get done, or wouldn't get done as well, because I was just stressing out over some little things. Now, I'm not saying do a bad job, but what I'm saying is there's a lot of little things that happen on set that, like, realistically, the decision that you have to make is relatively small, and it takes 5 minutes. So my biggest pro tip when it comes to big shoots like this, where there's a very specific creative style, is stay cool, because a lot of the time it just takes 2 to 5 minutes to be like, oh yeah, let's just block off this light. So for example, on this shoot, we were trying to get, like I said, a pitch black background, and one of the things that would happen is there was a little fan on the very top of, or on the ceiling, and it would have the sun shine through, and if the wind would start, then we would get some flickers. So what we did is we just flagged off with some C-stands and blocked the light from hitting that wall at all, so it was totally fine. Now, we did get a couple clips with that, but again, that's one of those things that, can you fix it in post? Yeah, and given the context, it's actually a relatively easy fix in post, because it's just a mask. It's not close to where the model's head is at all. It's just like copy, paste, clone stamp in After Effects or a content-aware fill. Relatively easy, and especially because it's black. That's literally all it is. So, yeah. First tip: stay cool. Most problems on set take about 5 minutes to fix, as long as you're doing a lot of prep work. Which brings me to my next tip. Do a lot of prep work. So going into a shoot, let me put you guys down so it's a little bit easier to. Alright, the next thing I want to talk about when it comes to big shoots like this is do your prep work. Now, what does prep work mean for a shoot like this? Well, going in for me, I watched the client sample like 20 times going into it. Because of that, I was like, alright,
think I know what I want. I know how to do it. So it's important to understand what the client wants, and they send you a sample. Watch that a lot. Know it like the back of your hand. Actually, I hate that phrase, because how often do you actually look at the back of your hand and look at the back of your hand? I don't. All I know is sometimes I have these veins, and that's kind of cool. Bodybuilding jokes. All right, anyways, so do your prep work. Watch the client sample many times. Put together a shot list, and make sure that on your shot list you show it to the client so they know exactly what they're getting. So yeah, prep work. Also, that comes into gear as well. If you're doing a bunch of prep work, you need to make sure you know what kind of gear you're going to bring. And that brings me to my third tip. Collaborate or ask people who've done it before. So my friend Marcus, he is awesome. I love him. He's great. And I was like, yo, I have this shoot coming up. And I'm like, I don't know what's going on, because it's a very challenging sort of effect. Or look to do, especially in an unfamiliar studio space or office space or wherever you're shooting. So I was like, hey, what would you do, bro? And he's like, flags. I'm like, what are flags? They're these cool things that have like a metal frame that have just either black or white. You can use them to bounce light or absorb light if they're black, or they can be, they're like reflectors on steroids. So what we did, like I said earlier, with the little situation where we had the sun sort of coming down through a little grate on the ceiling, he was like, get flags. It will help you. And it helped immensely. We just mounted those on the C-stand, and it worked out perfectly. We were able to block off that light and have no issues. So that was good. And then the fourth tip I want to leave you guys today is have fun. Because even though these shoots are stressful, what's the worst thing that could happen? Like if you're getting a job from a client, they trust you enough, they've seen your work in some capacity, and they're like, you know what, I'm going to give this person money to do a service for me. And if you have a good reel, a good portfolio, you understand that what you can accomplish. So yeah, just have fun. They trust you enough to have you on the shoot. You have the opportunity to be not aggressive, maybe assertive. Just say what you need to do on shoot, and they trust you enough. They'll trust you enough to do that. So then you can be like, all right, this is my creative vision, and I'm just gonna try and make this come to life. So yeah, those are my 4 tips. 1, don't panic. 2, do your prep work. 3, ask a friend. And 4, have fun. So upon reflection today, I was stressing out just a little bit, because in a way this project was totally doable, but it was a new studio, it was new crew, a little bit unfamiliar territory, but everyone had a good time. The client is happy so far. They've seen some of the footage, very, very on the surface, and yeah, it looks good. Everything worked out great. So I hope you enjoyed this vlog today. I'm going to go grab myself some Greek yogurt. So another big thing that happens on shoots is sometimes you forget to eat. So 1 second and I'll do that outro. Oh, hi, I'm back. Got my yogurt. I'm going to leave you guys with those 4 tips. I hope you enjoyed this little impromptu vlog. And, oh yeah, for fun facts, this is about 18 grams of protein powder, 300 grams of Greek yogurt, 200 grams of strawberries, and 80 grams of banana. So, yeah, this is my nightly treat, and I'm going to leave you guys with that. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, day, week, whatever you're doing right now. Enjoy it, and I will talk to you, beautiful people, in that next video. Conveniently in the pocket. Bye. Bye, bye, bye. Bye, 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 bye. Bye.